Hell yeah. What's going on? I just realized this is episode 33 of these damn shows. It's more because I fucked up on the numbering. So if you look at some of them, I think King Fowley and another one is like 18 and a half and 20 and a half. So technically this is probably 35 or so, but on paper it's 33. So, but yeah, thanks for hanging out. If you checked out all 33 of them, 35 of them, you're badass. You're all badass, not just badass. You're all badass. So, yeah, that was Cardiac at BFE outside of Houston when they played Destroying Texas Fest, and they kicked ass. That whole set's on YouTube. I think it's on Adam's page, the Cardiac Arrest YouTube page. But I took a little clip from that. That was the opening song. There was no escape from the "And Death Shall Set You Free" album, which I think it's probably my personal favorite. But it is a kick-ass album. But yeah, they were badass at Destroying Texas Fest. Tough follow for whoever was playing after them. They kicked all kinds of ass. You could see me there at the very beginning, I think on the right side of the stage, right in front of Tom. And then they broke into that boom, da, da, boom part. And I fucking my old ass got into the pit and shit. So I kind of got off camera there for a little while. But they were badass. They were a fucking badass. What's up, everybody? So far that's here. Tell everybody to come hang out. It's a Cardiac Arrest Day with Adam. Cardiac Arrest being one of those consistent bands, man. They've been 25 years or so now. It's not one of these like new bands that just popped up like 2 weeks ago or whatever. Been kicking ass for a long time, since the 90s. So I think they need all the recognition that they may get. They deserve it. Consistently kicking ass, not fucking following any trends or anything like that. Just constantly kicking ass. So hell yeah. So enough of my stroke fest there. It's over. But anyway, but before I bring Adam on, he's backstage chilling right now. My buddy Ted sent me this today, and I have to fucking show it. So I was gonna say we're gonna have a ticket. Yeah, we're gonna have a ticket giveaway today to this. Fraser's dumbass isn't even in. I haven't seen him. Fraser, where you at? So anyway, I thought he would be here to see this because this has to do with him. But check this out. Those of y'all that follow the show and know Fraser has a kind of like a spoof noise band called Dork Angel. And Ted made these An Evening with Dork Angel on the Darkness Descends Tour 2021. The English Have Done It Again Entertainment present. So if you're the 666 caller, I will give you one of these. Actually, believe it or not, he told me he actually printed it. He probably has like 5 of these, maybe. So if I do get 1 or 2, I'll give one out because that's fucking amazing that he was able to do that. So yeah, and Fraser's not here to check it out. So shame on you, Fraser. He probably got offered like free food by somebody today or some shit, $80. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's go. Let's start a bidding war here for this exclusive Dark Angel ticket stub. Floor seats, man. Floor seats. Can't beat that, right? So anyway, there you go. Dark Angel tickets. Caller 666 gets them. So there's that. what else was I going to show? I think that's it. But also my buddy Tim Morse, formerly Anal Cunt drummer, wanted to send along his holiday wishes to everybody, and he sent me this video for everybody to check out. So y'all enjoy.
Christmas lights are fucking dumb.
There you go. There you go. Oh, I didn't see you, Fraser. Sorry. So yeah, Fraser, did you see the ticket stub? But anyway, that lovely message was from Tim Morse, Anal Cunt. He wanted to let everybody know what he thinks. So there you go. I may be playing that again later. And later as a
Christmas lights are fucking dumb.
Shit. So anyway, so there's that. Dork Angel tickets, personal messages from Anal Cunt members. I mean, you don't get that anywhere else but right fucking here, damn it. So again, tell everybody, share this shit on your social things, your Facebooks, your Instagrams, all that. Tell everybody to come hang out on this Tuesday. I know y'all motherfuckers aren't doing anything. So anyhow, all right. So enough of that. As I mentioned a while ago in the little opening, Cardiac Arrest has been consistent since mid '90s, putting out quality releases, man. Kind of doing their own thing. Since then, just keeping at it. And, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that Cardiac Arrest has never fucking stopped going, because I think Chris mentioned it earlier, just they keep getting better and better, which I have to agree with. So anyhow, Adam has been the kind of mainstay in the band. I guess he and God damn it, of course I'm gonna forget. So anyhow, let me before I look even dumber, let's go ahead and give a nice welcome to Adam Scott. What's up, dude?
What's up? I'm jamming out all badass. Oh yeah, here.
Hell yeah, dude. A little Randy Macho Man.
Oh yeah.
You been watching wrestling today or what? What's up?
Not really. There's nothing on today, so yeah.
You just have Macho Man in your back pocket whenever you need him.
That too, yeah.
So you're joining us from Downers Grove, is that right?
Downers Grave, Illinois. Yeah.
What, Downers Grave?
Yeah, that's what we sometimes call it. It's a nice town, but yeah.
Where exactly is that? How far is that? Everybody, obviously Illinois, think of Chicago. How far are you from Chicago?
About 45 minutes west of Chicago proper.
How many?
About 40 or 45 minutes, depending on traffic, of course, but
That's funny. Well, here's something we read right away. I guess you had sent Andrew a shirt and you sent those barf bags. And
yep.
His mom thought it was a grocery bag.
Too small for a grocery bag, I'd think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I have that. I'm glad he brought that up. Let me see let's get into that. I know we'll kind of jump around and whatnot, but since it was brought up, this is what Andrew's talking about right here. So I was going to bring it up anyway. So these are the ones that because I have several. I know you sent me several. So
oh yeah.
What was the whose idea was this? And what tell us a little bit about this. I thought they were cool.
Well, the idea was, well, we had the show that we had going on. It was like sort of like an around Christmas time show, and it was actually with Macabre. They always have like the holiday horror show around here, and that's actually coming up this year on this Saturday. But regardless of which, we were going to be playing with Macabre once again, and it was going to be for a holiday horror show. I kept figuring, hey, you know what? Why not do something a little bit different? There was a shirt design for it, but like we did a limited run of that one, and plus however many we were able to get, or I was able to get, of like the barf bags. But it was just like I went through, I forgot what company it was, but it was like one that a lot of people like grocery stores and like pharmacies would get their fucking bags from and shit. Yeah. And it was like at like dirt cheap too. So it was like, hey, you know what? This actually might not be a bad idea to have, you know?
That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. I thought it was cool. I know I took that photo from your page, but I know I still have a ton of them because you sent out like how many of those things did you print? Because I know you said you had a shitload of them.
I forgot how many there were, but we definitely had plenty of left after that fucking show.
You still have some?
We are all out now.
Oh, okay. Anybody wants a cardiac arrest barf bag? I got them for $20 a piece.
Hey.
$20 a piece, man.
That
was a cool little gag, if you will.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I thought so, at least.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I think so. A lot of people. I mean, that's the first thing we hear is about that bag. So apparently, it kind of it worked. I think it did.
I think so. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, then like afterwards, like years after that show, which I think was like 2013, I think that show was.
Has it been that long?
Like so many, yeah, that's how long ago it was. But yeah, like I remember I had like a whole ton of them. I might as well just use them as like, you know, like if there was any merch orders, I'd be like writing it, you know, keeping it like the whole old school thing, like how Underground Mail Order was with, you know, like the tape trading and, you know, when you get a personalized message. I mean, I still try and do that every so often when I write, you know, with another band or whoever corresponds and does merch or whatever, you know.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool because I know when I used to write bands, I always got a kick out of, you know, a band would send like something extra and write a, you know, not just some blanket statement that they just, you know, send to everybody. You know what I mean? It was made it more personal.
Yeah, exactly.
It's cool that you do that. I kind of wish whenever people bought stuff from me, I need to go back to doing that and stop being a lazy fuck. Because usually if somebody buys something, I just like put it in the package and mail it off.
Yeah, see, I admit I'm guilty of that myself. I mean, especially if there's like a ton of orders I have, and it's just like, I was like, I don't have time to fuck around. I want to get this shit out there and get it out there, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And those who have seen my actual handwriting, it's atrocious. It's gotten worse over the years. So even if I were to write something, they'd probably like, what the fuck is this? You know?
Yeah.
So all right, here's another comment. Adam is an absolute legend, great dude, and still the same guy. For all the years I've known him, come over for ice cream. Hell yeah, let's go.
This is who I think it is. Oh man, what a funny dude.
Yeah.
Little inside joke we have with somebody else we know.
Yeah. Come over for ice cream. Hell yeah. Yeah, getting flyers is cool. I agree with that, Carl. I mean, like Paul from Embalmer, Carnegie or whatever, he still sends out flyers.
Roy Fox
sends out big flyers and shit like that. So, you know, it's cool. You know, I mean, you know, I don't know how many. I guess kids maybe still like hang flyers on the walls and shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
that was the thing to do. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So cool. Well, Adam, let me ask you this. Was kind of thing I always ask everybody. Was music like a constant thing at your house, like growing up? Was it a big part of you know, your childhood?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, of course, like I really really started getting into music when I was like maybe 11 years old. And then like, well, actually maybe 10 or so. I mean, like I started like I played viola when I was like when I was like in fourth grade, and then I kind of gave up on that after maybe a year or so. I'm like, all right, I want to do something else. And then like later on, I figure out, you know what? I realized I wanted to play guitar, and that was when I started really starting getting into like, rock and metal and whatnot. And like then I discovered stuff like through some of the stuff was through my older cousin who was into he was into a lot of like the hair metal stuff, like, and he got me into Guns N' Roses too, which, I still like them. And then I discovered Metallica. Then I'm like, okay, I think this is where I want to go with it. I think, but yeah, then it was just like, they were like my band,
Yeah. Did you, the viola, let's go back to that. How long were you on the viola? How long did you become a viola master?
Well, I was definitely good at it. I mean, heck, I even got to play in what was it? I played like a recital with my school and whatnot.
Yeah.
So hey, I mean, I guess I was good enough to do that,
Sounds like you need to record an intro for like the next Cardiac album, like with a viola.
Hey, who knows?
Incorporate some fucking viola into that shit.
Oh boy, that'd be something.
It might sound heavy. Yeah, it probably sound cool, man. Probably sound evil or something. Some kind of
Bear in mind, it's only been like 30 plus years since I had touched the damn thing.
I mean, the old saying, once it's like, once you learn a viola, you never forget, right? Isn't that what they say?
Yeah, true.
So did you grow up? So where did you grow up? Right.
I actually grew up in Downers Grove, actually.
Oh, no shit. Wow.
Yeah, it's.
Where did you? Where would you get music over there? Like, is it
There
town?
were a couple of different places. I mean, heck, there was a place called it used to be called Beautiful Day Music. Then it turned into Music Works. It was just like in downtown Downers Grove. Then I don't know what the hell happened to the place. It was gone. I knew the place closed after sometime in 2002, I think.
Yeah.
And then just recently or so, all of a sudden I see there was a new place coming in, and it's called Windy City Records, and it's just your average secondhand record store, and I every once in a while I'd go there and buy some cool shit over there. Now they've only been open for 2 years or so.
Oh, okay.
So they'd have some cool metal there.
What about
back in the day?
What about instrument stores? Where did you get when and where did you get your first guitar?
Ooh, let's see. I think I got mine at I can't even remember where I got it. I think it was through a catalog or something like that.
Oh,
but
really?
Then I got my actual real guitar. I got it I got it at a Guitar Center, which there weren't very many at the time. Bear in mind, this was 93 or so, and I was able to get a Fender Strat there, and that was my guitar for a good number of years.
Oh wow. What about so something I ask on those 666 shows is riffs. Well, do you remember the first riff you tried to learn how to play?
First riff I tried to learn how to play. Well, I mean, I don't know if I learned how to play, or because I had someone actually teach me certain things. What
was the first riff? You're like, oh fuck yeah, I'm playing.
No, okay.
Sister or whatever.
Let's see. Definitely. Well, obviously, I think the average one one of them will be "Smoke on Water."
Yeah,
of course, I think everyone has learned that one.
I've had that answered at least fucking
a million times. Then I think another one. I think my guitar teacher actually taught me how to play "Sweet Child of Mine," I believe.
Oh shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So you took lessons. How long did you take lessons?
I took lessons for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years or so. And yeah, I mean, the guy was pretty decent. I mean, hey, it taught me all the basics and everything. And heck, and even like when I started getting a little older and was starting to do like more lead based stuff, there were like times he wanted to try and, he was like trying to, try and like solo in key, making it's like here he was playing like he'd be playing some chords and then he'd be like, here, try and go with what I'm doing here and try and make that sound like it might work or like improvise with that,
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. No, I mean,
kind of like how, hey, jam with a band that way too. I mean, heck, it's kind of how we do it sometimes. It's like, okay, if I sound like, if we're playing like some kick-ass riff we're learning or whatever, and I'm thinking, okay, this might sound cool. Then I'd noodle around with something and I'd be going, okay, this might actually work,
Yeah. Well, no, I don't, but I take your word for it because I can't play leads to like say.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'll take your word for it. But yeah, no, that's cool, man. I still don't. I'm not really a guitar player. Like I like own a guitar or several guitars, but I wouldn't really consider myself a guitarist. You know what I mean?
No,
But so was Cardiac your first band?
Well, that's the first band I tried getting going when I was like 15, 16 years old. This was like, we wanted to try and get something going. Like it was like me and my buddy Jim. We wanted to. I actually reestablished contact with him over a few years. I mean, we were the ones that started this whole thing.
Yeah.
And I remember it was just like we both had he played bass, I played guitar. And it was just like we kind of had a common interest in, wanting to play, real heavy shit. So it was just like, okay. So we got together and everything, and it was just like, oh, okay. It's like, okay, we have some ideas. Couldn't find a drummer for shit, and we kind of wanted to keep it local, and we didn't really know where else to go or wherever. But so we tried that, and then I have to admit, like that, oddly enough, that same year we ended up joining another band with another high school buddy of ours who was a drummer and his brother and this one singer dude. The name of the band was called Morbid Intentions.
Oh shit!
And yeah, it sounds like a cool name, but it was like. The guy who was the singer was kind of let's just say the guy was pretty delusional, and I'm sure we all know some people who was like, that you quote unquote got it all figured out to try and make it big in the music industry when they don't know shit.
At 16 years old?
Yeah, well, not this guy. Well, this guy was like 26. I was 16. So
what the hell? I mean, that fucking weirdo. What's that 26-year-old guy hanging out with 16-year-old? Oh fuck!
I know, right? But anyway,
I was gonna say, did you guys play the high school talent show? But they probably wouldn't have allowed that fucking weirdo at a high school talent show.
No, not with that. That was actually where I had like experience actually playing an actual real show.
Oh, really? What'd you play?
With that one. But then, like, it didn't last very long. There was, like, we all pretty much got tired of that guy's bullshit. And the other guitar player who ended up joining, we were just like, me and Jim were just like, dude, we ought to fucking have this dude with Cardiac with us. And then we were just like, I was definitely not opposed because I got along with him really well, and he definitely helped me beef up my chops as like a rhythm player and as far as creating riffs and everything. And I definitely owe the guy a debt of gratitude for sure on that one.
So were you on guitar vocals from the get-go?
No, I wasn't. It was just guitar. I mean, we wanted to try, like, Jim wanted to also do vocals as well, but I don't know if he had enough confidence in himself to like actually, you know, do bass and vocals at the same time. So we were just like, you know what, let's try and look for another vocalist. Well, it didn't really work out so well at that time. So it was just like, we didn't know what the hell else to do. I mean, I really didn't feel up to it at that time. I really didn't step up to the mic really until like 2002 or whatever.
So it was more out of necessity, other than like
pretty much out of necessity, and then it just became, you know, okay, I guess I'm the vocalist.
Are there any? I guess. Are there any like guitarist, vocalists that you kind of like? Maybe not pattern yourself after, but kind of, you know, made you think, hey, I can fucking do this.
Let's see. I don't know about the actual guitarist and vocalist or anything, but I don't know. It's hard to say right now. I mean, obviously, you know, Chuck would be one. I mean, it depends on how you look at current day, or like, I shouldn't say current day, or like past era death or later era death or whatever, but definitely Chuck for sure.
Yeah. Now, so Cardiac, when was Cardiac officially, like, when did you begin the band?
When it actually begin, or I
think it was what, like 90 something?
90s, like spring of 1997. We really were like, you know, we wanted to actually have Cardiac Arrest keep going, but it was like the existence of that band in the late 90s was really that of a stillborn child. I hate to bring that reference up, but I mean, that's really what it was.
Yeah.
Because we were very much inactive, didn't really have a full band, a lot of in and outs.
Yeah. So the first thing you recorded with the band was in
2004 was the first real actual thing, Heart Stopping Death Rot.
The EP, you did an EP before a demo?
That was really I guess you can say that's like the EP was the demo, really. I mean, that mini CD, I mean, I kind of look at it that way in a way.
Yeah.
But I mean, the only other thing prior to that we had was like a rehearsal, an old rehearsal I have somewhere around this house. It's still on cassette. It's really the only documentation of like the first actual full Cardiac Arrest lineup. Maybe I might do something with that.
Who was the initial lineup?
The initial lineup was me on guitar. See, Jim Nichols, who later went from bass to drums, actually. Yeah. And then let's see, our buddy Mark Raymond, who was on bass and vocals, and Johnny Dove on second guitar.
Cool. All right. So something I started doing here recently. Let's listen to a little bit of something I have right here, just briefly, not like the entire thing, but just give us your thoughts on the recording and what memories you may have of this. So this is Underworld Hate.
Ooh.
Yeah. So let's check a little bit of this one out. we go.
Oh yeah.
What thoughts do you have on that? What memories of that recording? When was that?
Well, that was recorded in 2004. I wrote that song in actually that was like a whole separate. That song was written in 2001. Actually, that when I wrote that song, it was like we were having a band practice at my mom's house in my mom's garage in Wheaton. Actually. So yeah, that was another first full lineup song too. It was like me and Jim pretty much wrote that. It was just like we kind of wanted to have something kind of like have like an early 90s or early, Swedish Dismember Carnage type of early like opener kind of thing.
Yeah. And
then like later on when I resurfaced for Cardiac around that 2003, 2004 time frame, that was when Ed Ball came in, who was on the Heart Stopping Death Rot. It was like it kind of sort of took on a life of its own, as far as the drumming, because obviously a different style.
Right.
And then I remember recording it. It was like we went to wherever. Yeah, it was up in Zion, Illinois. Dude, name of the studio was Mercenary Digital. I mean, dude, it was just like it was like I'm gotta clear my head here. Lots of memories here.
Was it in his house or something or what?
Oh yeah, it was in his basement. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty well done. I liked what he did.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I was going to ask you what you think about that, fucking 17, 18 years later or whatever.
Definitely it was, I still think that was a great song to open it up with, for sure, to open the Heart Stopping Death Rod up with.
Yeah. Now, that was recently, all that stuff was recently reissued, right?
Yes, that's on a compilation called In Rotten Retrospect.
And can people still get that?
Yes, there's still plenty of copies available. It's also just came out recently on cassette, actually, too.
There you go, you cassette nerds.
Yeah, it's out on Noxious Ruin Hand Wrought.
Oh, Noxious Ruin, the magazine?
Yep, the same dude, yeah.
That's cool.
And it's got a nice, cool looking handmade layout jacket type of thing. Nice folding type of thing. It looks really, oh my God, he did the thing. It's just amazing looking.
That's cool. So anybody that doesn't have that yet, they can get, I'll put all the links to get a hold of Adam in the description and all that. If you don't know how, if you know how to get a hold of Adam, get that fucking that release.
Is like, hit me up.
Yeah, right now.
Yes.
But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's definitely a opening kind of track. It's
nice.
Punches you in the face right away.
Type of tune.
Yeah. Tom says you guys still play it every now and then. That song, you still play it?
Not every show, but it's in rotation. I don't know about that song, but
that song? Oh, okay.
Not that particular song, but been a while actually. Well, it's been a while, but I must be thinking of another song, but
maybe you should start putting it back in there.
Hey. Ideas.
Here's the wanted to ask you so we'll jump around, but this is the current lineup, right?
Yep, that is.
And how long has this lineup been going now? It's been a while, right?
Well, let's see. Yeah, it's definitely been the longest running. As far as, David and Tom, they've been in the band about 15 or so years. Like David being the longer, and like Tom's just easily right behind him by like maybe a couple months or so, 3 or 4, if that. And Nick has been in the band since about should be going on 11 years come next year.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Seems like he just joined like a few years ago for some reason.
At least that's how he looks.
Yeah, that's insane. I didn't realize he'd been in the band that long.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So you guys, I know you guys rehearse like every Thursday whenever you're in like, are able to do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We try and do it at least once a week.
What do you go in when you practice? Do you always have like something to work on, or do you? I guess like if I'm gonna do a show, obviously we practice like a set list or whatever. But is that kind of how you guys do it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we'll warm up, like get down there, get down to where we jam, and just try and maybe warm up on a song, like an easy one or whatever, and then like go about with however we go about it, whether we're gearing up for a show or whatever other things we might have going on. Like like right now we're in the middle of working on the next album, so that's kind of where we're at. Just revisiting what we wrote, and then afterwards, just and then if we have any other ideas, we'll go on that,
Yeah. So what is the writing process like? Like, do you and Tom or how does a cardiac arrest song kind of come together?
Well, let's see. It's like it differs between each song. Sometimes it comes up off the fly, or sometimes I might have something that I've been playing around with over the week or so, and then I'll just bring it over, and then we'll sit on it, and then if something else comes along with that, then that's how it'll come about. I mean, we try and make sure everyone has has input in it, of course.
Yeah. So it's a collaborative effort.
At least we try to.
Man, fuck that. Go in there. Hey, I got this fucking song. This is how it's gonna go. This is how you're gonna play it. And that's in the fucking story, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, that's how I work. But that's me. I can be in your band. But yeah, man, that's crazy.
Good. Take the load off me.
So, are you the primary writer? I mean, do you write all the words? And
well, normally I do. I mean, as far as lyrics are concerned, I mean, maybe if there's like song title ideas, like a lot of times David's really good at bringing it. Lately, he's been awesome at bringing in like different song titles, and it's just like, okay, I could probably feed off that and figure out some sort of inspiration with it, I mean, at least that's how this upcoming album we're writing, that's kind of what's been going on as of lately.
Yeah. So as far as the songwriting, speaking of new album, I guess I know it's already been out, but I think it's cool. I remember Tom had mentioned it to me that your next album is going to be released by Hell's Headbangers, correct?
Oh yes, that it is.
Speak a little bit about that. How that came to be, and what are your plans with Hell's Headbangers?
Well, I mean, not really much else I could say other than just me scoping around, and I figure get some feelers out there for the next album. Not that there was anything wrong with what was going on with Memento Mori or the last label per se. I mean, I love that label to death. One of my favorite underground labels as far as them putting out consistent quality underground metal. But I figure, I'd see if what other kind of interest there might be as far as us putting out something else on another label. But then I figure, I'd throw it to Hell's Headbangers, and then I figure I'd wait and see what happens. Then, I wake up one morning to get my fucking breakfast at 5 in the fucking morning. I see an email. It says Hell's Headbangers. I'm thinking, ooh, I better take a listen to the guys and see what they got and see what happens. And then we were just like, cool. Looks like this is what we're doing, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I remember Tom told me. He told me that. I guess it's been a while, but I think it's cool. Having worked with Hells before, I mean, they're just top-notch professional guys, and I haven't come across anybody that said anything like that have dealt with them that said anything negative as far as, you know, working with them. They kind of whatever they say they're gonna do, they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So they even promoted this show today because
that's pretty freaking cool.
So I said, hey man, you know, help a brother out. But
exactly, hook a brother up, as they say.
I mean, especially since you guys are, you know, are working with them now. So, do you have like a title for the album yet? Or is that top secret?
Not at the moment. Nothing's set in stone quite yet. There's a couple that we're kind of throwing around.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, I think there might be one that we might be sticking with, but I can't say 110% for sure as of yet. But ideas are brainstorming at this point as we speak, I should say.
Cool. Oh yeah. And is it are they doing the LP, CD, tape thing with you?
Yes, they are.
Hell yeah, that rules, dude. I mean,
9 yards.
Yeah, that's awesome. And do you know who you're going to use, like for artwork? Is it going to be the same guy?
I got a couple ideas in mind. I'm kind of torn between two artists at this point right now, but as to which one, I'm kind of at a coin flip on this one.
Well,
but
let's flip that fucking coin right now, Adam. Let's flip that coin right now. Let's figure it out.
But I think I know who I think I'm gonna want to stick with, but we'll see what happens here.
I hear you. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that's a lot of bands seem. I don't know if artwork is that important to a lot of like newer bands anymore. I don't know. But to me, it's always been a huge part, you know, of
absolutely
putting out an album, have it come in because, I mean, I guess now, you know, maybe it doesn't have that effect on people because not everybody is like going to a record store and looking at an album like, oh fuck, look at this artwork, you know what I mean?
They're just looking at their Spotify thing or whatever.
Yeah.
So, it's just like, hey, whatever, you know. It's just
fucking 2 by 2 inch square of an artwork just doesn't have the same effect. But you know, there's nothing like picking up a record and, for example, like, you know, this is even a bootleg, but you know, it's fucking cool artwork and it's like looking at it. Like,
absolutely.
You know, I want to get this. You know what I mean? So it's cool that, you know. I mean, I know you guys have been a while, but it's cool that, you know, people still put that much thought and time and effort into cool album artwork because I think it's
absolutely.
Because once you get that cool art, you'll have cool t-shirt art too, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And they'll do their shit. I mean, they'll do cool stuff. So it's fucking awesome. I mean, I'm really psyched about them. Are you guys working with them? Because
absolutely.
I think
aside from that, they're also going to be reissuing. Well, I shouldn't say reissue, but they're going to be putting out Cadaverous Presence on vinyl as well.
Hell's Headbangers is?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, we just it just got remastered for vinyl as well, and whole new layout and everything. Well, kind of in the same format, and it looks like I see in the PDF files. They look fucking phenomenal. I can't wait till this thing comes out, whenever the hell it comes out, because I know like the plants are taking quite a long time these days, unfortunately.
Man. So do you handle the layouts and everything, or how do y'all work that?
Well, it's like actually Hells did. They had one of their people do it, and we just sent them whatever files we gave them.
Was it Annie?
Who?
Was it Annie?
Oh, Anik, yeah. It was, yeah, her, she did it.
Yeah.
She's cool.
Yeah, she did ours. Yeah, I just sent them artwork and just kind of told them what we wanted and all that, and they fucking did it. So
yeah, exactly.
So Cadaverous is going to be out before an actual new album, then, or at least that's the plan, right?
That's the plan. I mean, the way that I think they're talking like possibly summer, but I could be wrong on that one. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's cool. So let's jam another tune out.
I'll badass to another tune.
Yeah. I only picked, unfortunately, I didn't like it. I didn't. I guess I didn't know that Cadaverous was being reissued, so I don't have one of them. But I have. Let's listen to something from the latest album. This is probably my favorite song on the album because I want to talk about these riffs. It's just total fucking like on this song. This is a song called "Endless Dread" off the Day That Death Prevailed.
Yeah.
This fucking song kicks ass. This needs to be a live tune if it's not already, but I think it should be because it's total headbanger. So let's check a little bit of Endless Dread. I'll start washing it up here in my room.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, dude, that fucking song. I mean, when I first heard it, I was like, oh yeah, this is an instant fucking classic song right here, dude. That song, that fucking those kind of, I guess it kind of Celtic Frost to me. That that shit.
Yeah, it kind of has that vibe.
Yeah, a little bit. That's kind of what I thought, and I was like, dude, this song fucking kills, dude. So that was the Day the Death Prevailed.
Yes.
Talk about that, I guess, a little bit about that album, recording it, and what are your thoughts on that fucking song? Who wrote that motherfucker right there?
I guess predominantly me.
Yeah.
Because, I remember it was like that opener riff. I mean, it was just one of those things. There was like one of those random times where it's just like, it was just a random time. I was just strumming a few chords, and then those what that riff was really what came out of it. And then I remember Tom's reaction was just like, "Oh, dude, that's like fucking pull the plug," It's just like, yeah, definitely. I definitely see that there.
Intro riff? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
I could definitely hear that. Yeah.
And then it pretty much is what stuck. And then I figure we'll go somewhere else. I don't know. I was kind of thinking more along the lines of like, I don't know, like Shadows in the Deep, Across the Open Sea era, Unleashed or whatever. I mean, hey, if I write something that sounds like it, like that early Unleashed era thing, I feel like I've done my job right in that aspect.
Yeah,
I mean, heck, that was one of those albums. That's one of those bands. Honestly, they're one of those bands that I don't think Cardiac Arrest would probably exist without those albums' existence. Honestly,
yeah, I mean, I haven't known you for a little while now. I know you're a massive like Unleashed guy, you know, like
yeah,
Unleashed or whatever. So I can actually kind of now that you mention it, yeah, I can hear that kind of and it's kind of first thing I thought of was like I just wanted to go oh, you know, like fucking warrior.
Hey, you know,
but that
definitely works.
So that was the latest album. You guys recorded that one on your own, right? Or
yes, we did.
And Nick was behind the board on that one, or how did that?
Oh, yes, he was behind the board with this one as well. Yes,
that's cool. Talk a little bit about that. I mean, it's cool having somebody that, you know, knows what the fuck they're doing.
Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure. But yeah, it's like with this album particularly, all I gotta say is I think me personally, I'm sure I can hopefully speak for the rest of the guys on this one, but it was easily some of the most fun I had writing an album, you know, contributing into writing an album.
Yeah.
Because I think it was just one of those things where like the experience we had with Parallel, not that I'm talking down on Parallel musically, but we just, you know, it left us a sour taste in our mouth from the experience. And it was just like, we just wanted to write a massive fuck you type of album, just a whole we just wanted to just make it sound so fucking pissed off and to the point, you know,
straight to the point, like Fraser says.
Hey.
Everything I write is the same thing.
Dork Angel.
It's a straight fuck you to Fraser. Everything I write, fuck you, Fraser. So anyway, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, there's so yeah, talk about I guess the recording process of that work, because it's cool when, you know, like, you know, you're able to, you know, record your own fucking thing, you know.
Yeah, it was just like, yeah, I mean, this time it was in Tom's basement. And yeah, I mean, it was like we started like probably like in March of 2020.
Yeah.
So this was like,
you know what? Yeah, you know, I'll cut you off. I remember Tom telling me that. I'm like, you guys were like, that was the beginning of the whole fucking pandemic thing, right?
Yeah, it's like just before it started.
Yeah, and you guys were like, I remember, yeah, Tom's like, yeah, we're gonna fucking we're gonna record this fucking new album, and everybody else, like, the whole world fucking shut down, and Cardiac is still fucking like pumping out fucking jams. So
yeah, that's what we did. Yeah,
I know, I remember now. So anyway, so you started in March, and
I think we finished everything up around like April. I mean, we did everything pretty much either like on Thursdays or within like the weekends.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just like, yeah, we just did it whenever we were all available, you know?
Yeah. It was that disintegrator incinerator, bring back the skullet.
Unfortunately, I don't think there's a chance for that. I'd try, but I would probably fail miserably.
Hold on. Let's bust out this cool picture then. Well, it's not really a skullet on this one, so it wasn't completely. So we'll save that one. But yeah, that one. Yeah, it came out rather quickly too, right after it was released.
Yeah, I mean
after it was recorded. I'm sorry.
I mean, it was like we had the time to, you know, promote it and everything, but yeah, it was just like we had a release date already set. I mean, that was kind of like, you know, usually that's a lot of times that's kind of how it was working with Memento Mori.
Yeah.
I mean, he already has like certain things set in a certain way. I mean, very particular on that. But it worked out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
it
that's
was
cool.
we definitely were quick on it, but
No, I mean that's good. That's good because now I say that because now it's taking forever to get for plants to get shit done and
yeah,
back to
no
labels
shit.
and all that and it's I think it's mainly because all the major labels are like, oh, we got to have fucking vinyl. We got to put out a fucking
It's like, oh, and record store day.
yeah. We got
We
to put
gotta
out.
do a record store day release, guys.
I mean, they have to put out their fucking Taylor Swift vinyl and their fucking who the fuck in 10 years or 5 years or even 3 years, these people that buy a Taylor Swift vinyl, are they even still gonna fucking care about it? Fuck no.
Probably not.
So it's a fucking waste, and it's fucking killing it's screwing underground people that are the only ones that actually kept the vinyl industry thriving, throughout all the years where major labels were like, we're not gonna fuck with that, So
yeah.
Same thing. I think tapes are like the same way now. Like major labels are like putting out cassettes now. I'm like, what the,
Oh, wow.
Everything
That's
starts
no
in the
longer an
underground.
underground thing.
Everything starts in the underground, and once the major labels see that, it's like, hey, we could make a buck off of this. They fucking, come in and fuck it up for the smaller labels. That's just the way it's always been.
Yeah, it seems that way.
CDs will start being that because I buy CDs now because they're, I don't want to pay $30 for a new album that's kind of mixed for CD anyway, or press, or mastered for CD. I don't know.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's just me. But
yeah, I'll always buy CDs regardless.
Yeah. I mean they're a good good format. All right, so let's talk a little bit about live shows. You guys, as evidence in the clip that you guys, pretty energetic live band, which I like to see because I see a lot of like younger bands kind of standing there and just playing the songs, and it's pretty fucking boring. It's boring as fuck. It's like if you can't get into your own music, why the fuck is it? How would anybody else get into your?
Yeah, exactly. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. So you guys are, and it's not like any of you are like 23 years old or anything anymore, but
we're
that 45 minutes that you're on stage or whatever, you kind of, put it all out there. And to me, that's the way it should. That's the way it should be. That's the way everybody should be. I mean, I can't stand seeing people just fucking whatever, looking bored as fuck, and it's like, no thanks. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
That's the whole point. I mean, unless you're a lounge act or something like that, but.
Oh, sure. I mean, if it's like one of those, small bands, one of those small things where you're seeing like at some, local pub or whatever like that, and it's like, like you said, a lounge act or one of those big band type of things,
Yeah, where you're confined to a chair. Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's go back to guitars a little bit. I saw this on the Cardiac Arrest page, and I got to ask you about this fucking guitar. It looks massive. What's going on here?
Oh, because it is massive. That's why.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, that's a big guitar, isn't it?
Oh shit, wrong one.
Hey, Leatherface.
We'll get to that one in a minute. But, what kind of guitar is this? And
it's a one-off guitar. A dude that I actually knew through Jim, the ex-drummer. Yeah. It's one of his very good friends actually helped build me a new custom guitar.
Oh wow, look at that thing.
And came out a little bit bigger than I was expecting it to be, but
Did you use it a lot?
I used it about as much as I possibly could. I mean, I recorded that. I recorded some leads on Haven for the Insane with it. Oh, okay. I recorded all my tracks on Vortex of Violence with it.
Wow.
And then, I mean, I did definitely do a handful of shows with that.
Is it heavy?
It's heavy, and plus the case I have with it. It's one of those big flight cases,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those, like I forgot where I got it. Crown Cases, I think. I mean, it's one of those cases where, I mean, heck, you could take that fucking thing up to the Sears Tower, chuck it off there, and then see if it's any, and no damage would be done with it. I mean, that's the kind of thing. I mean, the foam in that thing, that's like the kind of foam that, they put in like, cases for like, weapon cases for government agencies.
Like, bombs and shit.
That's the kind of stuff the foam is made out of. It's foam fitted.
Wow. Yeah, that thing
sounds great.
Oh, yeah. So you still have it, I guess?
I still have it. It's in my mom's garage, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to bring that out one of these days and, just to play it and, for shits and grins,
Yeah, that's great. Here's a good comment. I saw Cardiac and Vital Remains in 07 or 08 at the Pearl Room in McKenna.
Yeah.
And chunks of the ceiling started falling down.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Oh man, that was I remember that we opened up for Vital Remains that night, and we played what the hell was it? Yeah, I remember it was like only the first song in. I didn't even notice anything until like I saw video footage. Then I saw some people throwing like chunks of the drywall or whatever it was. And like the stuff came down pretty high up. I mean, it was a pretty, wide space for a room too.
Yeah. That's
what I mean, it was a cool show. I mean, then we got to play with them at Central Illinois Metal Fest the day like after, and that was the same one that was the Impetigo reunion that weekend.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, that was
that one. So since I kind of accidentally showed it, what the hell's going on here?
Oh yeah, that was the same. That was from the same show from with Big Red that was playing. It was a Halloween show, and Tom wanted to try it. He had a leather face mask, so he decided, "Fuck it, I'll bring that with," And I think halfway through on like a few songs, he was like, "Ah, fuck it, I can't see what I'm playing here."
That's cool, man. Oh, so that's Tom.
Yep, that is Tom.
Okay. I've dressed up like twice for Halloween shows, and yeah, it never like it always sucks because it gets fucking hot.
Yeah, it's like I don't even waste my time with that.
Yeah, I don't
even waste my time with Halloween shows to begin with, because everyone else is doing them.
It's funny.
At least in Chicago,
they were breathing in dirt after the ceiling fell down. Holy shit. Damn, that's insane.
We brought the house down.
Yeah, literally right?
True story.
That's hilarious. All right, so you guys were fortunate enough to play in Europe.
Yes.
That's been what, like 4 years now or more? Or how long is it? How long ago was that?
The first time we were there, it was like the tour we did was with us and Namanon from Sweden in 2015.
Yeah.
I think we were there for about maybe 12 days, I think.
Yeah. Is this photo from that tour? No, that can't be it. Hold on. Hold on. No, this isn't it. All right, go ahead. I have some from like the following other shows.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that was like probably one of the best times of my entire life was that tour. I mean, it was just a really good experience. I mean, we really didn't know what the hell we were going to be getting ourselves into. Yeah. But it was just, and plus with the Namanon guys, we got along with them almost too well. So, I mean, that's always a good thing if you're able to get along with the band that you're touring with.
So what is I have many of friends that have toured Europe and have toured the US, and overwhelmingly everybody says touring in Europe is way more professional. They take care of you more.
Yes.
Would you agree with that?
I fully agree with that.
Why do you think that is? I mean, why is it?
I don't know. I mean, over there, it's almost like they value you as a musician, as a performing musician, where a lot of places here, it's almost like you're pretty much exploited. I mean, there's a lot of cool clubs and show promoters, but it's different out there. I mean, a lot of places where it's like, hell, I mean, you get treated, you get fed there, courtesy of the venue.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of places where the hell you can even stay there. I mean, they'll have bunks for you to sleep in for the night.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, everybody tells me, it's like, dude, it's way better. And I think, I mean, you make a good point here. Like, it's all about, how can I make the most for myself? Like, you know what I mean? And then everybody else comes later. I'll do the bare fucking minimum for a band here, at best. And then everybody always tells me when you go over there, you're treated like you're almost like a rock star. You know what I mean?
Somewhat. I mean,
not all the way, but
oh yeah, exactly. Not like red carpet treatment per se, but
yeah. But I mean, compared to here,
Oh yeah, exactly. So, I mean, heck, your worst show on the tour in Europe would probably be 10 times better than your worst show in the States. As far as turnouts are concerned.
Yeah. I mean, and I guess I'm just speaking on like, the people, the promoters, and the venues, and how they treat bands. It just always comes back. So yeah, Europe is the way to go or whatever. So let's talk about this thing. This thing was pretty insane, right?
Oh, Helsinki Death Fest. Yes. That was a cool show. What's up?
I said speak a little bit about the Helsinki Death Fest.
Yeah, it's like that ended up being a one-off. I mean, I was in the middle of talking with the guys in Sadism from Chile, who are, obviously on the counter side of that thing. And we were trying to make something work out, but then it just came down to the point where it's like, you know what? There's no, I don't think we both kind of realized, I don't think it would have been, how well it would have been as far as, trying to do like a few dates around it. So we just ended up, fuck it, let's just stay the weekend in Helsinki and, make the best out of it. And then it ended up being a good time. I mean, the show was great. I mean, it was a sold out show. And yeah, I mean, we got to meet some people who we haven't seen in a while and got to meet some new people. And yeah, it was a great time.
That's awesome, man. Is this from that weekend? I'm guessing it is. Or no, maybe not. Maybe this is the first time you went. Is this from the first time you went, or the?
Let's see. Oh, that was from. That was from the. That was from one of the Germany shows on the Nomenon tour.
What's going on in this photo? Where are you?
Let's see. Yes, me and Nick are just hanging out outside of the venue.
Holy shit! I just noticed Nick was sitting there.
Yep. I don't know if he was just on his phone or just warming up with his drumsticks or whatever, but yeah, that's kind of what was going on. And like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Tom took that photo. I just decided, you know what? I'll be a smart ass,
Yeah, I guess this was the place.
That was a pretty, Chemnitz, Germany. It was.
Yeah, that was cool. So did it? So what? I mean, from somebody that doesn't know what it's like to go over there and like tour for the first time. I mean, what was your initial thoughts? What were you guys thinking when you were going over there?
Well, I knew it was going to be a good opportunity to at least, get, Cardiac some extra exposure. I knew it was going to be, there were going to be some cool shows. I mean, I knew like from touring previously, like throughout the States, I knew it was like, okay, there was going to be some cool shows and there's probably going to be a couple of suck fests too, but I mean, that's just the nature of the beast if you go tour, especially as an underground band.
Yeah, they're not all gonna be fucking,
peaches and cream every way,
You're not everybody's Metallica,
Yeah, this is true.
Where's this photo at?
That was from that was actually the Helsinki Death Fest, actually.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Yup.
Yeah, that looks what was Finland like?
Finland was chilly, actually.
When did you go?
We went in mid-August.
Oh, okay. And it was cold?
It felt pretty cold. I mean, hell, I was able to walk to the venue from where we were staying at, and I remember it was like bringing my guitar and like my luggage, which had our merch in it, and I just remember like I was wearing that sleeveless cyanide shirt that I was, doing that, and I'm just like, motherfucker, I should have brought a hoodie.
Oh man!
But you pay the price. You suck it up.
All right, Fraser. I better ask you this question because Fraser will cry like, "Hey, how come you didn't ask him a question?" So, what was your favorite? Do you have a favorite gig like in Europe?
Oh shit! What isn't the best place? Well, anyway, it's kind of a tie, really. I mean, I don't know if that'd be a good. I mean, if you're talking about just a regular show, I would have to say either probably Prague, the Czech Republic, because they were just fucking insane over there. I mean, it was like a Wednesday night, and it probably played to like maybe a good 50 people or so. I mean, when we got on the stage, I mean, they were ready for it, And then, but if we're talking like actual, if you're talking about like a fest or whatever, like I'd have to say like Neurotic Death Fest, which was the last show of the tour.
Yeah.
And it was like we co-headlined that thing with Nomenon on like the second stage. And granted, this is a very big festival, Neurotic Death Fest, which was in Tilburg, the Netherlands. And we're talking about like thousands of people.
Damn.
Easily the most people we ever played in front of. And, afterwards, people buying whatever merch we had left from that tour as far as CDs or shirts. I mean, we were running out of shit, and it was cool just meeting people that, we probably turned into new fans or whatever. But I'd have to say, what's up?
That's a lot of fucking people. I can't imagine.
It was mind-blowing.
Like you're playing fucking Woodstock or something.
Yeah, right.
Tom says Hamburg was the worst. It was fun, but there was nobody there.
This is very true. Very true.
You briefly mentioned the Central Illinois Fest.
Yes.
And there was the Impetigo reunion in 2007.
Yes.
So this had to be fucking cool, right?
Oh, yeah. That was actually in Louisville, Kentucky, where Steve-O's from.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was that same show.
Nah, I kind of figure, it probably wouldn't have been, that would have been selling the show short for CIA.
Yeah.
And besides, this was after we kind of knew, like, the Impetigo guys and Steve-O and what have you. I mean, we've known Mark, but prior to then, since, he obviously lives in Illinois and would come up for shows and everything. Yeah. But, it was like later, then we started to kind of know Steve-O a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, then we were playing some fest in Louisville, Kentucky. And then, we were just like, hey, dude, Steve-O, we're coming down, man. Hope you can make it out there. He's like, I'd love to make it out there. Can I do a song with you guys? It's just
shit.
He's just like, he liked, and I remember he loved Cadaverous Presence because that's what was out at the time.
Yeah.
And, pardon me on that one. That was a juicy one. Crispy. Anyhow, I remember I remember we did Make Them Die Slowly with him, and it was just like it was just us doing the song and him just doing Steve-O doing his thing, you know?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, hey, it was cool. I mean, hey, it was a Kodak moment for sure for us.
Yeah, that's badass, dude.
I mean, we wanted to keep it a secret and be like, I'm telling people that we're going there. It's like, well, we're going to be doing something, but if I told you what, I'd have to kill you.
Yeah, that's awesome. He loves cardiac arrest, dude.
Steve-O rules.
Yeah, he's the best, man. So speaking of Steve-O and Impetigo, let's check out another tune in which Impetigo is mentioned. Let's see. This is probably I'd say, like, you know, right now this is probably my favorite album, the And Death Shall Set You Free album.
Oh, yeah.
It's just when I heard it, it was like I listened to it like at least like 4 or 5 times, like when I first heard it, because it's just kind of one of those albums that kicked my ass from the beginning. It's like, fuck, I'll keep listening to this, because, you know, a lot of times you get a CD and it's like, okay, I'll check it out again another time. But this one just this one just kind of stayed in the CD player for a while, and so this is the opening track, right? Unhinged.
Yes, Unhinged.
Yeah, so let's check out a little bit of this tune. I just want to get to that part. But yeah, that song.
There you go.
That song kicks ass. So since we were talking about Steve-O, so is that something you just came up in the studio, or as far as?
Well, that was something I started with doing that. But actually, when we started playing it, when we started writing it, after we got done writing it, actually.
Yeah.
Because it was like I had Impetigo in mind with that riff, and it was just like we wanted a certain kind of beat, and Nick was able to, you know, obviously Nick was able to pull it off. So it was just like, dude, this is totally a fucking Impetigo riff. It's like gotta do something like that, you know. I mean, hell, look at that Staff Terrorist tune from Impetigo. It's like, Master, you know.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I was like, it was a cool. Well, I remember when I first heard it, I was like, oh, what? I said, did he just say Impetigo?
Well, Nick would fuck with us and be like, "I want a taco."
I want a taco. Oh shit! All right, so something I was going to mention earlier, but I'll mention it now that I'll listening to this song. One thing, it's kind of a cardiac kind of. I don't want to say trademark, but that downbeat on a lot of songs, like da 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 da. I mean, not too many bands really like use that beat, and I think it kind of helps define like the cardiac sound. Would you agree?
I think so, especially as of lately too.
Yeah, because nobody does that really. Not too many. I don't know many people that use that a lot. Just da 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 da. You know what I mean? Most of it's more like D beat or whatever. But because that's kind of been a constant from the beginning, right?
Yeah, I'd have to say I don't really pay attention to stuff from the beginning, but not that I don't. But it's just like
I thought you were gonna say I don't really pay attention to the fucking drummer.
That stuff doesn't matter. It's like it's all in the past, man. Live in the now, dude. Nah, no, I'm not like that. It's just I just never really thought of it that way, really.
But I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever told you that before, but I think to me that's kind of a it kind of helps define the sound of the band, and it kind of sets you apart from the other bands because it does.
Yeah, for sure.
And also another thing, in a day of like, every kid starting a fucking heavy death metal band these days, I make a joke about it. There's like 35 new bands and they all use the same singer, meaning everybody sounds the same. The vocals sound exactly the same. And another thing that separates cardiac arrest. I saw fucking Fraser write cyanide. But it is your vocals. They're completely stand out from the rest of the pack of people just going, you know what I mean? So talk a little bit about your vocals, your approach, and kind of what was the influences behind the way you sing?
Well, the influences, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, I definitely, I admit the first time I wanted to try and emulate death metal vocals was the first time I heard say, I don't know. I mean, I remember hearing Morbid Angel Covenant and going, holy fuck, that's fucking awesome. Then I heard Cannibal Corpse Butchered at Birth, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, this guy could do that? I want to try and fucking emulate that shit, dude. Because I remember hearing that shit going, oh man, these guys are fucking sick in the head, dude.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, they're just normal, regular dudes, just like all of us. But hey, I digress.
Yeah. Chris Ryford, I hear some autopsy kind of, especially.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'm not. Your vocals are original, but I'm just saying, kind of
definitely try and add some reefer type of stuff, especially as of lately, for sure.
Yeah. Because
definitely Tom was definitely an inspiration on wanting to try and bring some of that kind of style in there too, because I know he tried doing that with Severed.
Yeah.
And obviously with what he brings to the table with Cardiac, for sure. I mean, that's definitely, something I kind of want to try and, obviously I want to try and do my thing, but try and, kind of evolve it in a way without sounding all like, oh, we're a progressive band, we have to move on from this shitty death metal approach,
Yeah.
That kind of fucking.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, sadly.
It's kind of what I'll get to the gear stuff in a while because people are talking about gear and all that. But
Trend.
What Chicago area? I mean, I think you think it's got a long history of damn good bands.
Yeah.
And you mentioned about not trying to fucking just change for the sake of changing. And I think a lot of Chicago area bands are kind of like that. They kind of, you know, get their sound and kind of just somewhat stick to that. Obviously, get better at playing their instruments or whatever. But
Oh, sure.
except maybe for Scott from Cyanide, he keeps getting worse. But,
yeah, Scott does what Scott does, and that's all
exactly.
good.
No, Scott rules, man. He knows.
Oh yeah, of course.
So what do you think it is about like Chicago that, you know, has been like a breeding ground for, you know, lots of fucking damn good bands, man?
I couldn't tell you, you know, I mean, obviously, you know, for the most part, a working class area town with a lot of bands that kind of have that fucking mentality. And I don't know, I mean, there's definitely, you know, there's no actual, I mean, obviously, I mean, I think other people have said it too. I mean, there's no actual Chicago sound per se where people say, oh, that's the Bay Area thrash sound, or that's like, oh, that you could tell that's a New York band or whatever, you know. Right. Exactly. There's, I mean, like, you know, California, New York has that thing, but you know, you don't hear anyone say that about Chicago really any. I mean, coming from my perspective, if I heard something that sounded like, you know, particularly like if it was a direct, you know, thing of sounding like maybe Death Strike or Master, I'd have been like, oh, dude, that's so Chicago.
Oh man. So what are the all right? I mean, I hate when I'm asked this, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. What are your three? If you were to put on 3 Chicago releases or bands first, what would be the first 3 like that you would go to?
First 3 that I would go to. Ooh. Oh, good question. There's definitely a lot out there.
Oh yeah.
Probably Scepter, fucking metal motherfuckers.
Scepter? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, shit, that's a band I wish never broke up, honestly.
Yes. Speaking of Scott, he's mentioned them a lot too, and I think Tom has too.
Yup. Scepter's definitely one of them. Definitely something Cyanide related. Probably either Death, Doom, and Destruction, or I don't know, maybe one of the newer releases. I don't know. I couldn't tell you offhand.
Yeah.
And probably, I don't know. Maybe E-Trope, Amnesty.
Oh shit. Street metal?
Chicago street metal, baby.
There you go. So those of you that have never heard any of those bands, go check them out. Adam recommends
it.
E-Trope.
Take your ass to the school, boy.
The Z, by the way, it's ZOETROP.
Yup.
So
Zoetrope.
Scepter. They put out a couple releases, right? Metal Supremacy.
Yeah, there was Amnesty, and then there was the other album called Life of Crime.
What's Metal Supremacy? Oh, that was a demo, right?
Yeah, Metal Supremacy. That's Scepter. Yeah, that was their demo. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I remember that. I remember that release for some reason.
Heck, I got a dub of that on cassette somewhere.
Of what? Oh, the Metal Supremacy?
Oh, Metal Supremacy, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so people are talking about, let's get into gear. I mean, Tom's kind of mentioned it to everybody in the chat, but you guys don't really you plug straight in and use a tube screamer, right?
I mean, for my setup personally, it's like I plug straight through a Marshall, and it's like I just use a tube screamer for leads only. Yeah. And I got a Dunlop Jimi Hendrix Signature Series Crybaby pedal for a wah, just for like some certain, you know, for different kinds of textures and certain leads and whatnot.
Yeah. What about like your where do you put your like lows, mids, and highs, like your settings or anything? I don't know if that's top secret or whatever. It does. I mean, it affects the sound. I use a lot of mids, but that's just me.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I know I crank my mids up pretty well. My bass is at like maybe 4 at the highest.
Same here.
And probably the treble is like I don't know, six,
Oh,
seven.
Yeah. I don't even go that high, but yeah.
I like mine bright.
Yeah. What about your tone knob on your guitar?
All the way up.
All the way to 10?
Oh, on my guitar or on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's all the way up.
Oh wow. See, mine's 0.
Oh, going the Trevor from Obituary way.
Oh, I don't know. It sounded okay to me.
Yeah, that's all good. I mean, it sounds cool that way, definitely, but it's just not for me.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I mean, you guys have, like I said, and whenever you play live, I guess it makes it easier. Like, when you don't have to fucking have a bunch of shit you got to worry about to plug into a guitar or
absolutely
like that. So that kind of makes it better. I just plug straight into everything I do, just fucking straight in.
Absolutely.
If I can't get a good sound out of an amp, then I don't need to use it. Anyhow,
if you can't dial it in from there, then I don't know, re-educate yourself. I don't know. Fucking A.
Well, I mean, tone is so hard to get to be satisfied with. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
You know what? I don't know how many people are actually completely satisfied with their tone, like, but I don't know. What do I know?
There are times, sometimes maybe I don't feel satisfied, but then again, I realize there's certain things to it. And, I mean, okay, maybe if we're playing somewhere and a backline's provided, it's like, I remember thinking, not being happy with my guitar sound at the Destroying Texas Fest. But then again, I mean, I made it work.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of have to,
I mean, hell, I used to have that kind of amp I had. And I'm thinking, okay, why am I feeling so weird about it? I don't know.
So what kind of Marshall do you have? 800?
DSL 100.
Okay. Cool. Are you like a gear nerd? Do you have a lot of stuff?
I don't have a lot of stuff, but I kind of know certain things. I mean, I like to go to other places like Sam Ash or Guitar Center and trying out different stuff, or whenever they had stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, go in there nowadays and it's fucking dismal.
Oh, shit. That's cool. Just a reminder, for those of you that missed it earlier, Tim Morse, ex-Anal Cut drummer, wanted me to share this lovely message with everybody here today. I don't know if Tim's been checking in. He usually tunes into most of the shows. He said he was going to tune in. I don't know if you're here. Tim, are you here? But anyway, this is from Tim himself.
Christmas lights are fucking dumb.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Cool, man. All right, so we're going to start winding it down. If anybody has any questions right now is the time to ask them in the chat. And Fraser, I don't mean you. Everybody except Fraser. Ask your question.
Fraser's excluded.
Huh?
Is Fraser excluded?
Yeah, Fraser's
excluded.
Fraser is excluded. No Fraser allowed. Ever since he got his own show, he's gotten a big head. He thinks he's like Mr. YouTube or whatever.
The YouTube god.
Yes, exactly. Oh man. Also, go back. Okay. Here's a question from somebody that obviously knows you. JFK or the Beyond? That seems like a wide range of two different styles of movies there, but yeah.
Well, obviously the Beyond. After all, I haven't seen JFK since I was like, I don't know, 10 or 11.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess we can talk a little bit about the lyrics. I mean, you kind of based all majority of your songs on horror movies anyway, right?
No, yeah, it's been, horror, for the most part, horror based.
Yeah.
mean, really, the only thing I could say was really not so much would be the song "Professional Victim."
Yeah.
Which is just, you know, fuck you to PC culture, man. Cancellations and shit.
I asked Steve-O when he was on, because obviously Steve-O's known for, you know, Impetigo horror, this and that, but name one horror film, you know, that, you know, not anything that, I guess a movie that majority of people might not know that you would recommend. Is there anything out there that you like, you have to fucking watch this movie?
Oh, I don't.
Okay, we'll move on from that then.
Actually, you know what? Maybe. Oh, I would say if you haven't checked it out, Evil Dead Trap. No, not Evil Dead. I know it's a little bit confusing at first.
Yeah.
No, it's called Evil Dead Trap. It's out of Japan.
Yeah.
Heck, actually, I based that like lyrically. That was the inspiration for Birth of Edeki off of The Day That Death Prevailed.
Okay.
So
what was
but
it?
yeah, it's, to me, that's just a great freaking film. I mean, it's definitely a lot of twists and turns to it, and easily one of the best fucking kill scenes I've seen. Easily one of my favorite kill scenes on it, obviously. Well, not obviously, but it's just painful to watch, you know. One of those kinds of things when you watch a kill scene, you're like, oh my fucking god, that fucking shit. Seriously, it makes your fucking skin crawl every time I watch it.
Do you remember playing with a band, Malbogia?
I can't say I do, Mr. James Lee.
And somebody's plugging their buddy's show in Chicago this weekend. Exaggerate with Pig's Blood at Livewire Lounge in Chicago. For those that want to go.
Cool.
I think we had talked about that, right? The first year you started as a band was 98 or something, or 97?
97, yes.
97. That's right. What's up, Derek? Derek is in a band called Church Burn these days with Dave Suzuki.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Yeah, he was also in Head Rot back in the day.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool band.
I remember having, like, I can't say I've heard much, but I liked what I've heard. But I remember having a couple copies of the demo compilation when I was still running my distro.
Yep. Mal. Oh, I don't know. Anyway. All right, so keep the questions coming, people.
Let that shit roll.
Oh, man. Let me see what we got here. The king has his privileges. Yeah, Fraser can't contribute, man. He's fucking up.
Other than his Dork Angel tickets.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. So,
has anyone claimed them yet?
Yeah, no, I haven't. Caller 666 gets the Dork Angel tickets. Yep.
Oh, man.
Somebody chiming in from Indiana.
Oh, right on. What's up, Franco? He's cool people, man.
And Derek said he was 14 when he joined Head Rot in 89.
Oh, wow.
Derek and I are apparently the same age.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Old fucks.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
Well, who am I to talk? I've just turned 40, so.
Favorite death metal album of all time? That's a tough question, man.
Oh, shit.
But I know Adam really likes Unleashed, but I don't know if they have his favorite album of all time.
I don't know about all-time favorite, but oh, shit. Do I have to single it out to just one? Damn.
Dave Holland. Wait, Dave Holland, isn't that the drummer from Judas Priest?
That's also our bass player. Is that? Hey, it's Metzger. Oh, crap. If that's who I think it is.
What?
The guy that chimed in.
Oh yeah, the Gmail one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's Metzger.
Mm-hmm.
If that is, what's up, dude?
Yeah, it's him. Yep. One of the hardest working bands in Illinois. Cardiac Arrest. All right. Aaron says you can you top 5 then.
Top 5?
Yeah.
Of what? Death metal or just?
Yeah, I guess death metal. I'm not sure.
Well, okay. I could go down.
Let's make it easier. What 5 bands influence like starting Cardiac Arrest?
Influence started Cardiac Arrest.
Yeah, 5 bands.
Definitely a handful like of stuff from like the early 90s and whatnot. Easily like late 80s, early 90s stuff. Predominantly. I mean, that's definitely where it was based, at least for me and my buddy when we started it out. I definitely say like easily one of those things was Hypocrisy, Osculum Obscenum. I mean, I'd have to say without that particular album, I don't think some of the shit we even came up with would even exist.
Yeah.
That's easily one of them. Oh, definitely one of something from Unleashed. I don't know what.
I know what. It's the fucking first album, but that's just me.
But that's you. You're not me.
Yeah. Good point. It's a good point. But yeah, so cool. Derek, I'm glad you. I think Derek's first time checking out Cardiac Arrest.
Right on.
That's cool, man. Fraser, no questions for you, Fraser. You're blocked. You are blocked, sir.
Banned.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Yeah. So do you guys have any? All right, I guess we'll. Like I said, just a few more minutes. But do you guys have any? What's coming up with the band? Any shows other than the album?
Well, other than the only thing live-wise we have is Maryland Death Fest in May.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. I wasn't sure if you guys were going because I know it got canceled last year, right?
Yeah, it got canceled in 2020. They decided not to have it in 2021. I don't know if it was because whatever deals they were working out or whatever, but whatever. It didn't happen. If it wasn't going to happen, it wasn't going to happen. Oh, well. But anyway, yeah, it's happened. It's supposed to happen in 2022, and we're scheduled to be on it.
Cool.
Are you guys on the 28th?
Because I know you guys were going to do like the show with it was like 5 or 6 bands or something like that.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a pre-fest, and it was like Demlich was supposed to be the headliner.
That's right.
And I think we were supposed to be going out on the road for like a few days with them,
right? Yeah,
yep.
That's right. Damn. Yeah. So now it's just the fest. There's no pre-fest. It's just you guys are playing the
No, we're not on the pre-fest. We're on the actual fest.
Awesome. So
yeah, and plus the day we play is Tom's birthday.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, and it's like the day before is my birthday, so I guess it's a birthday weekend.
I wonder if Tom is gonna have a beer or two that night.
That's like asking if it's like asking if you can see the wind.
Fucking Tom. Hey, Derek, I mean, all this stuff is good. I would start with what the one I said is and death shall set you free. Start there. I don't know where Adam wants you to start, but that's where I would want you.
Start wherever the hell you damn well please.
Just start, right?
I have no preference. I mean, it's all I'm on all this shit. I mean, we all have, stuff that we can consider our collective favorites.
Yeah.
But I tell anybody who hasn't heard us, it's like, hey, go wherever you want to go. As far if this is your first time hearing us or whatever, let it be that. It makes no difference to me. I mean, hey, I'd rather you make a choice on your own than someone forcing it on you, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Well,
I mean, hey, I could tell you what my favorite album is and tell you to do that, but fuck my opinion. Make your own, you know?
Yeah, so, but, well, cool, man. Cool. This has been awesome. Adam, thanks for
it's been killer.
Thanks for hanging out. Everybody that's been hanging out the whole show, I appreciate it. I'm trying to do more of these, you know, kind of hangout shows. I don't really like calling them interview shows because I'm not fucking interviewing. I'm just hanging out and talking to somebody. You know what I mean?
Letting you see my nose hairs.
But you guys definitely need to reschedule the Texas shows. I understand, and why it didn't happen, but
yeah, we definitely want to play Texas again for sure. I mean, anytime we go down to Texas, it's fucking great. Awesome people, awesome places to play, and it's just a downright fucking good time.
Yep. And next time you're in Austin, next time you're in Houston, Tom already went, but anytime you're in Houston, or even if you're not in Houston, you can check it out online, but go here. Go to Sound Exchange.
There you go.
They carry cardiac arrest CDs and vinyl. They have them in stock. So those of you in Houston that are checking this out, if you don't have it,
go there.
You can get it at the store and at Sound Exchange in Houston. So, but yeah,
definitely want to go there next time next time we're out there.
Yeah, Tom and I went whenever you guys played DTF. So, but yeah, so. Oh man, cool. That's all, Tom. I just saw your comment. Yeah, everybody completely understands why you guys weren't able to make it. But you know, definitely would like to see you guys back here in Houston once again. So
it'll happen.
It'll happen. Yeah, it'll happen. All right, cool. Well, Adam, just stick around. I'll kind of close it out here, and just kind of stick around in the back, in the background there, and I'll get with you here in a second. So again,
okay, cool.
Thanks for doing it, man.
Oh, my pleasure, man. It's been fun.
I'll see you in a minute. All right, there we go. Cool. It was awesome. Episode 33 or 35. Appreciate everybody hanging out. You know, ask everybody if you could please kind of just tell everybody about the show, help support the bands that are on here. Just about everybody I have on here is actually still active somehow, so you can help them out. Tell them about the show. Lots of cool episodes with people. Everybody's been cool. Everybody's been cool enough to come on here and hang out. So still working on more shows, getting more people on here. Scheduling has a lot to do with it, like I mentioned all the time, but I don't want to bore you with that. So again, this is a cool episode tonight. Adam rules, Cardiac rules. Get into them. There's a lot of releases out there you can get from them. Albums, 7 inches. And Adam, I think, is the one that handles all their mail stuff. So I'll put all the info. You can find them on Instagram, Facebook, and all that. But I'll put all that stuff in the description later on. So support them. And that'll be fucking awesome. So I'm thinking about I don't know if I'll do it this week, but I've contacted a few people. I wanted to do a show because on females, ladies that jam out all badass in bands. I've gotten in touch with at least 3 so far, and that'll probably be what I'll end up doing. But I know when I used to go to shows, I mean, it was when I was, way back, seeing a female at a show was super rare. Now you got them in bands and, doing all kinds of shit. So I thought I'd do that. So hopefully people tune in for that. There's a band in Houston that it's all females. So called Merciless Savagery. I think one of the members, thanks Roy, thanks Aaron. I think one of the members, maybe both, I'm not sure. But I'll at least have one of them on here. And then a member from Hexea, from South Texas, Noelia. She's a guitar player, vocalist in the band. And then there's a band from Seattle called Reviler. I'm sorry. Haley, she's the bass player. They're kind of like a Black Death band. She said she'd be on the show, so it'd be cool having them on, getting their perspective on jamming out all badass and some brutal bands. So look out for that one. So take one last sip of my Sonic. Thanks, no baloney. Hey, Derek, I think Roy's going to have them on pretty soon, actually. So there you go. Roy and I usually talk about, yeah, I think so, Aaron. Whoever answers their Instagram. So, yeah. So, cool. All right. Everybody keep jamming out all badass. And let's check out the fucking greatest song of all time.
Get it up, get it up, get it up.